I'm so tired, but I really want to show you this. I just saw Goldie, if you know Goldie. She just was talking about fasting, okay? And I was talking to my friend earlier today about Moses. Oh, no, I gotta get this picture up. But how Moses, when it says that he was on the mountain with God, right? It said he didn't eat bread or water for 40 days, just like Jesus when he was in the wilderness. Watch this, okay? Remember, like literally, the Lord has been showing me so much about how everything connects to the tabernacle. Okay, I found this online, but it's really interesting. So if you look at where it says the way, that's the bronze altar, right? Where the sacrifices were made, but also bread was made, okay? And then next is the water, the laver. So bread and water are on the outside, okay? It said Moses did not have bread or water. That means he was being fed by the Lord. I think that means that when he was on the mountain with the Lord, it was a heavenly tabernacle, right? Keep following along. So he wasn't in the outer courtyard anymore. He went in to the menorah and the table of showbread. Okay, hold on. I don't know why TikTok cuts off pictures, but so you see the menorah, right? But right across from the menorah is the table of showbread. The table of showbread is also called the presence of faces, I think. Really close if I'm not correct. So literally the menorah is shining its light onto the bread, right? The bread represents the 12 tribes of Israel. But think about Moses, right? How he had his face glowing and then he had to put a veil over his face. And then if you look at where Dude, the high priest, is, he's by the incense, right? There was a glory cloud on the mountain while he was talking to the Lord. Why is this important? I believe that this is showing us that when we fast, we get to get closer to the Lord. We're not earning it, right? It's just like we're making room for the Lord to feed us. There's more. I'll have to do another video, but it's really interesting. The Hebrew, when it comes to this topic, seems to point to the sun and the moon. I literally just did a video about how the women's cycle connects to the moon way deeper than just like what we already know. It ties to the feast, actually. It's really interesting. But like Jesus is the sun. I think the bride is the moon. The moon affects the water, the tides, the sun. Like how we're having I'll leave it for the next video. I'm really tired. I love you guys, but if you feel like you're being called to fast, I suggest you fast. Also, what's coming to mind is the verse about how when they had the bridegroom, like Jesus was like, why would you fast while I'm here? There's going to be a time when you fast because the bridegroom's not there. I'm paraphrasing it horribly. I love you. Hope you have a good night. I'm going to go to sleep. I am exhausted.